Good Wednesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to what's making news, let's take a quick look outside our weather window from this afternoon. And yeah, a little bit of that haze rolled in from the northwest right down the Columbia River Valley from the north. And that did make our skies a little smoky out there today, a smattering of clouds as well. But all in all, with fairly light winds, not a bad day today with fairly cool temperatures. But as we make our way through the week, things will get much more active. Tomorrow, a nice and warmer day. And then by Friday, a chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. A good chance for rain overnight Friday. And then a slight chance for more thunderstorms on Saturday before we see those breezy winds pick up on Sunday. I'll have your complete weather forecast coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. The State Department of Natural Resources has been called in to help investigate a 5-acre fire Sunday night in Wenatchee's No. 2 Canyon. A Wenatchee man who ran over a person on foot during a road rage incident has been sentenced to a year on electronic home confinement. And new infections and hospitalizations for COVID-19 are peaking in north central Washington with the highest numbers so far in 2021. But first, our top story tonight. New evacuation notices and road closures are in effect today as the 25-mile fire continues to grow. The fire is now estimated to be 7,500 acres in size with 0% containment. Ryan Nichols with the Type 3 management team gave this update late yesterday afternoon.
The fire started up here in the Shady Pass area, burned into a significant portion of the 25-mile creek drainage bottom, in and around a bunch of structures down in there, and that has been the number one priority for the last couple days as we've continued to allocate resources to formulate that plan for the box to put this thing to bed in the future here. That's starting to wrap up down in there. They're transitioning to a mop up, and we're trying to move our focuses around. Coming out of drop point 10, which is the Alpha Zulu break, working clockwise. The fire's continuing to basically turn the corner from the east-west component of the lake to the north-south component as we bend around there. One of the things that changes for us is as we move around that corner is the wind effect. We've been fairly shadowed as we're in that 25-mile creek drainage bowl down in there. Not a whole lot of wind effect down at the bottom. But as we bend around that corner, we're gonna see some increased winds and activity. Yesterday, I made a substantial run, chunked out this area right here on the map. You can still retain some heat down in these drainages at the south end. That happened about 10 o'clock in the morning yesterday, so fire activity picked up fairly early, made a fairly substantial run, and really embedded itself down in some of those drainage bottoms. Really do anticipate the same thing happening down further to the south. Slop over into the next drainage over, blow that one out in the day, and spot over to the next one, and it will probably keep chewing across down to the west along to the north of the Slide Ridge Road. The Slide Ridge Road, as we move along down into Delta, is our primary holding line at this point in time. But haven't had the ability to get any equipment on it as of yet. So today's focus is going to be getting folks into this Division Golf, Division Tango up, or Division Delta, Division Golf upper area here to really get in there and start putting some work on the ground to put those containment lines in place.
Level 3 evacuation levels have been expanded to include all the properties on Shady Pass Road, First Creek Road, and Granite Falls Road, plus all the properties on the north end of South Lakeshore Road down to the 11,000 block of South Lakeshore Road. All of those roads, plus Hale Road and Fields Point Road, are closed to everybody except residents who live on those roads. South Lakeshore Road above the state park and the Navarre Coulee Road remain open, but the public is being asked to avoid those roads so firefighting equipment can travel where needed. Well, the State Department of Natural Resources has been called in to help investigate a 5-acre fire Sunday night in Wenatchee's No. 2 Canyon. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office said the fire was started by a man target shooting at tannerite or explosive targets in the dry brush. Thanks to a quick response by local agencies and a DNR helicopter firefighter, they were able to quickly extinguish the wildfire. Tannerite is sold legally at sporting goods stores, but it's banned from use on DNR lands. The number 2 Canyon fire was on private property, and even though there are numerous fire restrictions in place in the county that include fireworks, campfires, and the use of chainsaws, target shooting is not banned under Chelan County Code. Chelan County Fire District 1 Chief Brian Brett said Wednesday he hopes to see the county code updated to include target shooting. A Wenatchee man who ran over a person on foot during a road rage incident has been sentenced to a year on electronic home confinement. In December of 2019, James Harold Shepard got into a parking lot altercation with a driver he'd been tailgating on Grant Road in East Wenatchee, then ran over her male passenger in this red Jeep Cherokee as he fled the scene. The injured passenger suffered 2 broken legs. The victim said Shepard also displayed a handgun, but he was never charged with a weapons violation. Shepard, who's now 22 years old, was arrested in May of 2020 after East Wenatchee police identified him from social media posts and witness statements. He pleaded guilty in Douglas County Court last week to vehicular assault and hit and run. Court Commissioner Phil Safar imposed an exceptional sentence longer than the standard range of 3 to 8 months. Shepard's driver's license will also be revoked. New infections and hospitalizations for COVID-19 are peaking in north central Washington, with the highest numbers so far in 2021. 33 people were hospitalized as of yesterday in the care of Confluence Health, the highest number since last December. Chelan Douglas Public Health Officer Dr. Malcolm Butler says 2 of the hospitalized patients are in their 20s and 2 others in their 30s. About 20% of patients tested for COVID through Confluence Health Services are turning up positive for the virus, and 834 new cases have been detected in the 2 counties in the last 2 weeks. Numbers are similarly dire in Grant County, which is getting ready for its first county fair since 2019. Health officials continue to encourage everyone to mask up, maintain social distancing, and get vaccinated if you're eligible. Well, coming up next, Chelan County will require visitors, vaccinated or unvaccinated, to wear masks when visiting county offices. The results of this month's primary election have been certified, and the numbers for Wenatchee and Eastmont school board races are now official. The Eastmont School District has spent more than a year upgrading and expanding its elementary schools and the high schools. We'll have an update. And an historic railroad bridge near Beverly was destroyed in a 20-acre brush fire Monday night. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
I'm Jared Sessler, your Republican candidate for Congress. When I drove NASCAR, fair competition was everything. But it isn't possible if someone is cheating or if illegal players are allowed on a team. In NASCAR, COT meant the car of tomorrow. But today, CRT forces the America we know and love to run with weights around its ankles. I'll fight for the common sense that we need in DC. Go to jaredsessler.com to learn more. I'm Jared Sessler, and I approve this message.
What you're doing is ridiculous.
Well,
I mean, you might as well throw up a screen door to block the summer smoke.
sometimes it gets
When we
warm.
breathe in the wildfire smoke, we are ingesting hazardous chemicals such as acetic acid and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. A lot of bad stuff, okay?
Well, yeah, that's why we...
Cardboard ain't gonna cut it.
So...
Go to chelanpud.org/save today.
Introducing Alpine Airman. Because every home needs a superhero to eliminate poor indoor air quality, send inefficient operating equipment packing, and cut high energy bills down to size. For heating or cooling and equipment replacement, turn to the experts and the superheroes at Carrier and Alpine Air. We offer the best deals on high-efficiency Carrier products, along with friendly, knowledgeable service and incredible savings to fit your budget.
Welcome back. In another news, Chelan County now requires visitors, vaccinated or otherwise, to wear masks when visiting county offices. County commissioners announced that move today in the face of rising COVID-19 infections. In addition, all county employees must wear masks when in spaces shared with the public, such as lobbies and elevators. Within county buildings, individual department heads and elected officials must decide whether to institute mask rules in their own workplaces. County officers were closed to the public for much of 2020 and just reopened at the end of June. Chelan County Board Chairman Bob Boogert says the step is necessary to help slow the spread of the virus and keep those offices from having to close once more. Well, the results of this month's primary election have been certified, and the numbers for Wenatchee and Eastmont school board races are now official. In the most tightly contested Wenatchee School District race, Michelle Sandberg must fend off newcomer Catherine Thomas, who ended the count with a narrow lead out of a field of 4 candidates. Fellow incumbent Marie Iniguez will face Matt Van Bogart, and Julie Norton must run against Miranda Skalitsky. Meanwhile, the Eastmont School Board races, challenger Jason Hines will face incumbent Annette Eggers, who's been on the board since 2005 after winning a sizable share of the primary vote. And Joy Doss split the primary total practically down the middle with fellow candidate Stu Stewart Jr. Both are campaigning for an open at-large board seat. One surprise board result in Leavenworth and the Upper Valley. Cindy Puckett, an incumbent on the Cascade School District Board since 2014, lost her seat in the final count. Newcomers Misha Whitfield and Mike Warden will instead face off for the seat in November after Puckett was able to snare only 28.7% of the vote in a 3-way race. Voting in the general election will open October 15th and run through November 2nd. Well, the Eastmont School District has spent more than a year upgrading and expanding its elementary schools and the high school. That includes extensive work at Kenroy Elementary, where Sean Tanner of Eastmont School District this week provided an update on the projects.
My name is Sean Tanner, and I'm the Director of Maintenance Services for the Eastmont School District. I also have been looking after the construction projects that we've been engaged in for the last approximate year and a half. I think it was about 1 year ago now that I was on this exact spot, and this was being prepared for our new classroom wing, was being prepared for foundation pour, and here we are now with the building pretty much completed. We expect to take occupancy of the building on the 12th of August, on or before. Be a mad dash at the finish, as these projects typically are, to get the classrooms, into the classrooms ready for the coming students and staff that'll be populating this year. We also have, at that time, they were excavating the ground at the opposite end of the school for the new cafeteria. These can be used as large instructional or community gathering areas, as well as a dining area for the kids that takes the dining out of the gymnasiums. Has been very common in our district for a great number of years. The overall project, from the dirt that it was and the rubble to the completely completed landscaping, the nice green grass, the nice parking lot. It's pretty impressive change to what we had here this time last year. There's 5 classrooms that we added at Kenroy. I'm in front of the entrance to the girls and boys washroom facility. Very modern, subway tile, a nice gray slate floor, easy maintenance, non-slip, very safe, very sanitary, modern plumbing fixtures. As we look down the wing here, you can see 3 classroom doors on the left, 2 classroom doors down the hall on the right. I invite the community to tour around our sites, all of our elementaries here in Eastmont, and take a look at what we've done with the limited funds that we had for these projects, and realize the potential for how we can improve these schools in the oncoming years, and give a good product and a good environment to our community for our kids to learn.
You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.
Hello, my name is Brian Brett, the Fire Chief for Chelan County Fire District 1, and I just wanted to talk about how amazing our Rivercom team is. They are intentional, purposeful, and skillful in everything they do, and they are the best at what they do. How they prepare, how they handle the caller, how they coordinate the emergency services, and how they push themselves to be the best. This is the kind of spirit that our Rivercom telecommunicators have. Our community needs you, we need you, we admire you. You're our lifeline.
Your search for quality patio furniture with excellent customer service is over. Blue Lagoon is proud to offer only the finest outdoor furniture and accessories from some of the most renowned manufacturers in the industry. Our showroom showcases a large selection of in-stock furniture, fire pits, umbrellas, cushions, and outdoor accessories. Our in-house outdoor decor specialist is available to help you design and custom order the perfect furniture for your unique space.
Let's take a look now at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a great Wednesday, and weather-wise, as we look out our weather window, not bad. We talked last night that we would see some of this haze and smoke from the fires up around Winthrop begin to slowly move our way. We did see a little bit of that today. Some blue sky and some leftover cumulus clouds out there today, but all in all, with light winds, it was a nice one. Once again, on the mild side, 82 our unofficial high temperature, 86 is normal for this time of year. 62 is where we started, and that's right in the ball game. 61 is our normal low. 104 record high in 1977. 47 our record low temperature in 1995. Can you believe that? Only 1/100th of an inch yesterday out of that afternoon rainstorm, and that takes us to 2.88 inches. I know a lot of you viewers in Wenatchee, you literally had water running down your streets from rain, so I know many locations picked up more than that 1/100th. 6:02 our sunrise this morning, and the sun will set tonight at 8:07. Let's take a look now at what we can expect as we get you into your Thursday. It's going to be a beautiful one. Hope you have a chance to get outside. Light winds tomorrow. Really no haze. Our wind switches to the west, and we'll see some warmer temperatures too. 87 in Moses Lake, Ephrata, and Quincy. Wenatchee, we will see 87 for a high tomorrow, 85 in Entiat, and 86, a beautiful afternoon high if you're heading over to Lake Chelan. As we take a look at tonight, mostly clear skies. Big area of high pressure out in the Pacific, and that's bringing in that north to northwesterly flow. Still sees a little bit of haze overnight tonight, and it will be mild with temperatures generally in the mid-60s overnight tonight. As we talked about for Thursday, mostly sunny skies. It will be a tad warmer. Showed you that too, with highs in the mid to upper 80s, and that goes for all of central and eastern Washington. And now things get interesting as we get into Friday. There is an area of low pressure that is moving through. It's actually right in Alberta, but it's going to throw some showers back too. So we have about a 20% chance of afternoon showers or thunderstorm. That goes up to 40% as we get into later Friday night. We'll still see just a chance for isolated showers. There we have them on Saturday, but for the most part, partly cloudy skies and about 80 degrees for Saturday. By Sunday, the winds pick up a little bit. Out of the northwest, we'll see those about 20 miles an hour at times on Sunday. It will be sunny and very mild temperatures with highs in the low 80s. And as we get you into the first part of next week, then very quiet weather. Sunny skies, less wind, will still stay below normal with high temperatures on Monday only in the lower 80s as high pressure continues to stay out in the Pacific. For Tuesday, sunshine once again, and will warm up just slightly. High temperatures on Tuesday, we're looking at the mid to upper 80s. Take a look at that 7-day forecast now. 63 overnight tonight, 87 your high tomorrow, 81 on Friday. Remember, 40% chance of showers or a thunderstorm Friday night. Slight chance for showers Saturday and 80. Wind wind on Sunday and 82, 83 for your Monday, and sunny on Tuesday with a high of 86. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Dr. Wayne Latimer's Chiropractic and Integrative Multicare specializes in all level of injury care. If you've been injured in an auto accident, on the job, have a sports injury, or a simple fall, call today for a free consultation. They offer a combined multi-care approach with medical, chiropractic, physical therapy, massage, and acupuncture. For relief from long-standing injuries to basic solutions for the weekend warrior, Latimer's Chiropractic Integrative Multicare is one stop, one location.
Raising a family may have seemed overwhelming to your parents, but they weren't. Coach, teacher, life guide, caregiver. Family takes care of family. And as the circle of life continues, you now are their caregiver. It may seem overwhelming, but we're here to help you find the support services necessary so you can provide quality care to your elders.
Call Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington at 1-800-572-4459. And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Wednesday to you. Seahawks fans breathing a little easier today after strong safety Jamal Adams signed a contract extension yesterday. The deal reportedly 4 years, $70 million, $38 million of it guaranteed, making Adams the highest paid safety in the NFL. He says he's happy to have this behind him so he can focus on football.
Man, it's a block off my shoulders. Just so excited to be a part of such a unique organization. Always been a fan, still a fan, but it just makes it that much greater that I'm a part of the family now. So I'm ready to go win some championships, man.
What were these last 3 weeks like for you?
Oh, obviously, it was tough to come out here and continue to watch and not be involved like I wanted to, but I understood the business, and we were working together the whole time. Don't believe anything out there. Everything was good. There's no relationship, break. Pete and I, John and I, Matt, we were all working together as a team, and we got it done, man.
Adams has been at Seattle's training camp since the beginning, but has been holding out of any physical activity while negotiating the contract. He was asked if he planned to miss games if the contract wasn't signed.
Man, hell no, man. I'm not Booba the Fool, man. I wasn't not going to take the contract, man, so no. Where I'm from, man, we're definitely taking that, man. Mom called. She called twice. And when Mom called and she told me that I needed to take the contract, it was a no-brainer. So Mama knows best. She said my full name, and when my mother says my full name, I think I need to pay attention. She gave me a nice little paragraph, and basically just told me that you don't have to prove anything else to anybody. You did it. You did enough. We're happy. And as long as my family's happy, man, and I'm happy, I can come and do what I love to do. That's all that matters to me, man. I'm not really into the other things that everybody wants me to be in. I'm not into it. My family's happy, and that's what matters to me.
Coach Pete Carroll is thrilled to complete the promise they made to Adams when they traded for him over a year ago.
This was the plan the whole time, was to go after a great football player, get him in the program, pay what you got to pay to get it done in terms of draft picks, and then knowing that we were going to redo a contract. It took a while to get it done, but it's over now. So the fact that we're here and everything's moving forward, and we've had really let me say this: Jamal was great throughout the whole process. He communicated well with us. He was very good with everybody in the building. He was here and attentive in meetings and all that stuff, and just made it. Respected our program as we went through the process, as we respected his representation and all. So I think it means a ton. He's a great football player. He's a young man that's just getting started. He loves being here. He's a big factor on your team, play-wise, but also spirit-wise, and the leadership that he brings and the toughness that he brings and the juice that he brings is unique. And now, for our fans to get the chance to be in the same stadium with him and see him and see how he plays and how he carries himself, I'm really looking forward to that because he's a great competitor and we love that about him.
Next step for the Seahawks is to address the contract of left tackle Dwayne Brown. General Manager John Schneider said during the Seahawks radio broadcast last Saturday night that there is nothing new to report on Brown's contract.
Sentiment is that the team would rather negotiate with Brown after this final year of his current deal. Well, the Mariners began a 10-game road trip on a winning note last night, downing the Rangers in Arlington 3-1. Tyler Anderson was stellar on the mound, earning his first victory since coming to Seattle in a trade with Pittsburgh, going 6 innings and allowing 1 run on 3 hits with 4 strikeouts. Mariners staked a 1-0 lead in the third on a basic sacrifice fly.
France out towards right center. Cal Raleigh at third base is on his way home. He scores. Crawford tiptoes into third, and the Mariners get on the board first. It's a sac fly by Ty France in the third inning, 1-0 Mariners.
Rangers tied it on Andy Ibanez's home run in the bottom of the third. Mitch Haniger gave Seattle the lead back in the fifth on another sacrifice fly.
Reaching for it. A drive out to center field. Cal Raleigh getting ready to come home once again. Cal scores. Meanwhile, Crawford is into third. We've seen this movie before tonight. Mitch Haniger this time a sac fly out to center field, and the Mariners now lead it 2-1 in the fifth inning.
Clinging to a 1-run lead in the eighth, Luis Castillo got out of a jam with some nice defense by J.P. Crawford.
On the ground, tough play. Crawford gets rid of it onto first base. What a double play! Flashing some gold. J.P. Crawford gets the Mariners out of an 8th inning jam this time around.
Yeah, looked like a pretty good two-seamer down in the zone. How about this turn by J.P. Crawford off of one leg? Gets rid of it so quick. Plenty of time for Toro to turn it as he continues to work out at second base. Really great play by J.P. Crawford to give him all the time that he needed. That was terrific.
Aaron Goldsmith and Mike Blowers on the call there on Root Sports. Then in the ninth, Luis Torrens provided some much-needed breathing room with a shot to right center.
This is smoked. Deep out to right center field, and oh my goodness! Oh, it's gone! It's gone! Peters looked like he had it!
He did for a second. Had it for a split second. Had his glove turned the wrong way. And the force of hitting the fence caused it to go into the bullpen, and that'll be a home run for Torrens. Here he jumps up over the fence, has it in his glove, and then right there he has to turn the wrong way, slams it, and out it comes. Great effort.
Paul Sewald will get the final 3 outs in the ninth for the save and help move Seattle a little closer in the wild card race. The M's and Rangers playing again today. Marco Gonzalez facing Mike Foltynewicz. Other American League West action yesterday. Joe Adell hit a grand slam home run, and Kurt Suzuki added a solo shot and a 6-run ninth inning as the Angels beat Detroit 8-2. Hanser Alberto's 2-run double in the sixth was the difference for Kansas City as the Royals beat the Astros 3-1. Mariners got some help from the White Sox as Chicago's Jake Lamb and Jose Abreu homered to beat Oakland 9-0. Seattle now trails by 4 games in the wild card race. Yakima Valley one step closer to its first ever West Coast League championship after a 4-1 win over Corvallis last night. Game 1 of the West Coast League Championship Series. Scoreless until the bottom of the 7th when Connor Caballas drove in Taylor Holder on an RBI single. The Knights tied it in the top of the 8th on an RBI single by Nick Vogt. The Pippins, Michael Carpentier, untied it on the first pitch he saw in the 8th, hitting it for a home run. Yakima would add on 2 more runs to claim the 4-1 victory. Case Matter worked 2 innings of relief to earn his first win of the summer for Yakima Valley, who lead the best-of-3 series 1-0 as they head to Corvallis for Game 2 tomorrow night at 6:35. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us, and have a great night. Do you have a fun or interesting video you'd like to see featured here on the NCW Life channel? It's easy. All you have to do is send us an email at newsphotos@ncwlife.com.